Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. Thank you very much for joining us in today's video. Last time out, I was working on the conveyors over here and I have come up with this. This isn't quite completed yet, so I'm going to be continuing with it in today's video. Hayes was working at the back of the ship, also doing some conveying, and I believe that is now completed. Sociopath was here. We're doing some conveying outside, I believe, and then we came across some Reavers, and Asserts, and Pirates, and Junkers, and the game crashed because it couldn't handle all of that. But we're back, still taking some fire, but alive. And so in today's video, we're going to be continuing with this, trying to get the front of this ship properly conveyed up, and maybe even start looking at various different rooms and seeing what we can do with that. So make sure you stay tuned and let's get started.
Oh, this conveyor is invisible for me.
Right, Hayes, so if you want to have a peek. Yeah, I've got a couple of invisible conveyors myself. There we go.
This is going to be a big industrial area, right?
So I was thinking that we can hook in, yeah, this area. So first off, we need the main corridor. That is something. So we've got, if you look here, so we've got this bit that goes right down to the back of the ship. So I was thinking maybe if we could somehow continue the corridor here, but it might need one step down. The reason being, these conveyors are going to disappear anyway, but I'm thinking that might be a little close to the top of the ship. So
we have another deck up here as well.
Yes, but that deck ends. So that deck ends here. So we've got... well, first off, I think obviously we want to fill in this area. This deck here I'm classing as sort of like a sub-deck. The one above where you are. This one here, because it's only one block. So I'm thinking this is the deck where there'll be a lot of conveyor pipe work and all of that mess. Maybe we can even have ladders going in and out of this area, should we need to. So let's not count that as a deck itself. The one above is clearly a deck. This is the one under the bridge, right? Again.
Yes.
Yes. So this is clearly a deck. Then we'll have that gap deck sort of thing. Then we have another deck right here. And what I'm thinking is after this conveyor area, maybe drop the deck by one block. And then we've got to look at the lower decks as well. So we've got... At the moment, it's a really large area. Are we going to try and make smaller areas anywhere? Which is why I've sort of given it this too high gap, should we need it. I believe I've given it 2. Yes, there's so we can fit 2 blocks under this and have a roof. So what are your thoughts? And also, lastly, obviously we need to try and connect these into all of these bits somehow. So how are we going to do that as well?
I mean, so are we gonna run the main decks all the way to the front, but then leave it hollowed out in the sides for our industrial complex?
This is what I was thinking. Maybe so in the so all of this area, it could actually be an actual deck. Well, this bit's going to be a corridor, so I was thinking maybe we should work out the corridors first in terms of design, build the conveyors around them, and then build rooms around those. That's what I'm thinking we should do. So I don't know whether you want to start with the upstairs corridor, which I believe somebody has called I think Tim called it something Scotland Road. I'm not 100% sure on my naval terms, so I'm not entirely sure as to what that means. But apparently that's a corridor that goes from the front to the back of the ship. So effectively that should be this corridor here. Because this is the one that's got the staircase. This is the one with whatever else we have. So if we keep it this wide, 3 wide, so just going to maybe do that. There we are. So that goes there. I do think. I think we've got a choice of two. Either we take this conveyor line out and feed it slightly differently. So we take it out and maybe feed it down and into this bit here. And then have the corridor right underneath. So then that gives it the 2 blocks. Or we drop the entire corridor. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think instead of either of those, instead of running the conveyor out in a center column, do it twice like the ones below up here, and then just go down to your sections made right here. Then just ditch having a conveyor in the middle.
So connect it up over on these bits that I've got.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way you can use the reinforced conveyors like this, and they'll function as walls for the corridor, even if you want to.
That could work. Yep. So let's get those. Let's get those new reinforced conveyor areas then put in first. Yeah. Let's get those put in first. So we just have to measure up where. How have I lost the corridor? There it is. So it'll be in this line.
But then you don't even have to lower this deck. Then you'll still have it too.
That's what I mean. So if this bit in the middle gets removed, then we can leave this at this current height all the way until wherever we need it to be. So let's do. Go on.
You want the corridor to be 3 wide then?
I think the 3 wide corridor is a good idea because it's 3 wide all the way here, and then obviously in here it's also 3 wide.
Yeah.
Well, actually in here it's more than 3 wide. It's 5 wide, isn't it? But it's got a lot. It's got some consoles, so technically it isn't. It's just 3 wide.
I am a little annoyed by the stairwell, though. I'm thinking maybe I should move it 1 block to the side.
Could
At
do.
least. Well, you can't up at the bridge level, but could do it for these lower levels.
Yep. Oh, there's also a mention of maybe, I think this is mainly the area just under the bridge, to make the staircase armor around the staircase, so the well itself, make that out of heavy armor as opposed to light. Which might be a good idea, I suppose, if the bridge gets compromised. You'd want heavier armor. I mean, down here it doesn't really matter. There's quite a few layers, but up there isn't.
Yeah.
So that might be something to do. But let's get this, perhaps get this corridor in first. So yes, if we do this 3 wide. So what I'll do is I'll put up to there. Let's put these.
Where do you grab resources in this part of the ship now?
Oh, there is a cargo container just on the side near the gyroscope room, just around the corner. Or there is one thing that I have been considering doing. I've just found something called. I found it in the last episode. It's called conveyor access.
Ooh.
And it allows us to access the grid. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put conveyor access up. Where should I put conveyor access? Any particular location you want conveyor access? That'll be easy to get to. Temporarily. Here. Right, there will be conveyor access. Right next to this set of walls. Here we go. So right near the... Hayes, if you have a look here, this is our conveyor access right here.
Nice.
If this
That's cool.
builds, I'm assuming, when it's finished, yep, we can access the entire ship from there. Do we want the armor showing in this direction, or do we want it showing on the opposite side? That's the question.
Because like this, while walking down the corridor, it, doesn't make the corridor quite as boring.
That is true. That's one thing I was looking for. I was also going to copy this bit, so we've got some grating. So I'm going to put that grating all the way down the middle too. In fact, I'll do that now. Might as well.
Not a bad idea.
And we'll sort out the created catwalk construction components. Yeah, that's fine. In fact, is that what this is? Yes, it is. Oh, I don't have any construction components. Well, it's a good thing that I have the conveyor access, which I've built in a really awkward way. I should have just built it so it was face on. Yeah, that was very silly of me. Oh, this conveyor access really doesn't take much. Alright, construction components.
I found another unidentified signal, but we're not getting to that one.
How far away is that?
Longer than I have patience for.
3,000? Yeah, that isn't happening. We have a dangerous Reaver encounter. Shall we take that?
You really want to end this area?
I mean,
The server crash last session was so much fun.
there we go.
Oh, I'm just sitting up here. I'm just organizing weapon.
Okay. In fact, I wonder if... Oh, what have I knocked out? That. Grated, something. What does this one give me? What's the difference? Catwalk raised. What? Oh, it's raised up. Oh, alright. No, none of these are useful. I guess... What's the difference between that one and this one? Oh, I see. Reaver Cockroach, has it identified us? By any chance?
I'm rotating the ship just in case.
Okay. There we are. That's that bit. Oh no, I've gone flying again. Right. 7 to go along here. Now, what do you think, Hayes, of... Oh, we are now taking fire. It is the cockroach. Right, at least we're firing back. Hayes, if you can hear me over the din, what would you say if we actually split the corridor into two and went round two ways and then had, like... If we had our refining area somewhere for us, a way for us to like look down onto the refining area, or even walk down with some stairs down into the refining area or something, just off here maybe.
I think we need to set up those areas first to figure out what we do with the corridor to that area.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to build the industrial area around what we make of corridors.
Okay, so let's have a look. Right.
So it's gonna be easier to figure out now how you want the refineries and constructors and all that.
Yeah, so for that, first of all, we need to figure out how many refineries. If you come down into the hangar bay, right at the bottom, you'll see this is our current temporary setup.
Yeah, the huge mess.
Yeah, so the question is, first off, do we want more than this in terms of our refining and assembling setup?
Probably.
Okay.
So in my opinion, we also shouldn't cluster them like this. We should put them out more nicely.
Oh,
so we
yes,
actually have access to them.
Yeah, so I have an idea then. In that case, what we
I
do...
want my assemblers gone in the back, so...
I mean, I also do love the industrial...
You've got... sorry, what about your assemblers, Sociopath?
I have like 10 assemblers in the back I need to get rid of.
Okay, so that's fine. So we're working on figuring out where we're going to put things. Okay, so how about this, Hayes?
I can put
Corridor.
batteries in.
Corridor here, on this floor, out here.
Mhm.
That corridor leads into A, the gyroscope room, and 2, perhaps a little control room here on either side. Then from here, if we go this way, this is one massive refining area, and the similar and copied onto the other side. So we'll have that as a symmetrical system. Now it could be that we could do one side refinery, one side assemblers, if that is the case.
Mhm.
So let's get the floor plan down for this. Yeah, let's get that floor plan in.
Are we standing on the outer skin?
Maybe.
I think so.
Yes. For no, not in the refining and industrial. So up to here, we're not on the outer skin. Where are you?
I'm just thinking we do have a lot of headroom. Maybe you raise it by one block just in case we take damage, though, or in the.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah. This bit is outer skin. This small area here, not a lot of it, just this bit. If you look underneath, you can see where we've got this. Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying of thirst.
So, okay, let's do a block raise. Let's floor plan out on that level, and then we can raise it up and do what we need to do. I suppose we could even have a second layer of conveyors or something in that bottom layer, if need be, or something. Actually, hang on a tick. Do we not have armor plating?
Armor blocks?
No, armor plating. We have armor panels. Right.
You mean the flat pieces?
Yeah. Instead of actually lifting an entire thing, why don't we put armor plating underneath?
Well, first off,
Just in this area.
They take up a whole block space, and second off, they don't look very nice put together. It's just a repetitive pattern all over the place.
Oh, all right then.
Whereas the actual armor, normal blocks will mesh their textures to look nice.
Okay, scrap that then.
I have tried that on ships before. It looks terrible.
Right. Okay.
If you want to do that, you can do an armor skin over our outer layers.
What an actual... No, does it actually give us hit points?
It's another armor. It's another block.
Oh, okay.
What, and which are those you're talking about?
Armor
The
skin.
half slabs or the.
Oh, right.
Oh, half blocks. Okay.
Or the armored panels.
Oh, those are the ones we're talking about. How I'm saying the panels will, have their own texture, and then when you have a million of them, it just looks horrible.
Yeah, it's the same with the half slabs too, and they both take up an entire block.
Yeah. Which was why I suggested simply raising it 1 block interior, since we have lots of headroom anyway.
What's this? Oh, this is the stairway. Right, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I should move it 1 block.
Oh no,
Lower
because
levels anyway.
this still gives us like a 3-block room here. So I'm just sort of blocking some of this area up. Obviously, I don't think this bit will be symmetrical to that bit. So this bit's probably going to have like a control room. Maybe a gyroscope control room or something. Obviously with access to that part of the gyro. So this bit is blocked in. There we are. I think we could potentially just do this as a thin corridor, a 1-block corridor. Yeah, so we could do that as a 1-block corridor. And then have another layer of armor. Like so. Oh, I need steel blocks. Right. You go away, you go away, you go away, you go away, you go away. Steel plates. Sociopath, if you want to come up front to assist as well, if you want to get rid of those assemblers of yours faster, and we can just find a location. Let's do a corridor there. And we have a corridor across here. Actually, this could open up into a completely separate room. Okay. And then... Right, Hayes, do we want this to be open plan, or do we actually want it compartmentalized?
The industrial area?
Yeah. Because I've sort of had a thought where we can do something quite similar to what we've done with this, going back into the hangar. We've got this massive gate. We can sort of have another massive gate just here, opening up into this area.
That would be cool.
And I've also realised that I've not got this centerized. Whoops. So let's do that then. So if I do that, line this up with the bit up top. In fact, we can even, I suppose, narrow this down a little. No, actually, not narrow it down, because we can imagine there might need to be a need to move heavy, large cargo or something through this. Yeah. So let's do that. So that stays in that line. This one should be here. That's where it should be.
Inventory full.
There we go.
Inventory full.
So we can work on a gate here. Now this bit is all protected at the moment, so then we could... I'm just going to work out where we are not... where we do not have an extra layer of armor. Which I cannot work out. Because I cannot see the blasted thing. This is where it is.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
break through that one. And break through this one.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Okay, so all of that. Alright, there we go, Hayes. I've made 2 holes where the armor effectively stops for us. So anything in this area, paint. Build and repair, does it have any specific paint thing that I need to be aware of?
It should not be.
Okay. It's great, just to make sure. Okay. So that area. How far forward does this go? It's armoured all the way pretty much to the front, although this area is not. So let's break a hole through here.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
There we go. Does that go there? Yes. And was this supposed to be covered or not? Yes, it was. Like that. Alright, Hayes, I've marked out the areas that have that do not have the armor. Or the extra armor for us.
If you want to come and look up here, I've done a bit thing as well.
Let's have a peek. Oh, I'm floating. Is this going to be glass or?
No, that's just there's no. I don't think there's a reason to put in walls until we would know.
Okay.
You know
yeah.
where we're gonna have doors. But like so the cannon needed a conveyor. That's why there's this bump here.
That's fine. Yes, that's fine. In fact, this does work.
Quite nice.
Yeah, this does work quite well. I do need to check for. I will say that we need to check for airtightness, though.
Well, these are all inside the hull. None of them go to the outer
No,
skin, so.
that one goes up to the cannon. That may be an airtightness problem right here.
Cannon should be airtight on its own.
Should be. That's the operative word. But this works quite well. In fact, I think if we did put like glass panes or something underneath this, in some places, I think it would look quite nice.
Quite like the hangar bay as well.
Yeah, exactly, mimicking that. If you have a look from up here, you can quite clearly see anything outside of that red area, so away from us, that is not protected by another layer of armor. Everything within that is.
Oh, I mean, maybe we don't need that then.
So I'm thinking if we have all the refineries and everything down here, we should be okay. Yeah. But then what we can do is right here, we can have a step up. So this area can all be like slightly higher up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll do that. Open plan for this. Yeah, go on.
I'm thinking this piping you've made here.
Yep.
I've run conveyors along this corridor, so we could just tap out of that when you need piping. So this
That
is
might
actually
be a better.
redundant.
Yeah, that might be a better option. If we're running it along the corridors, then that's probably. In fact, well, that's still pretty. It's close to the top. So the reason I have the piping here, sort of in the middle, is it's away from any
Yeah.
bits in the middle.
I just meant instead of having it go over here and connect, you can just tap it out from. I even have a pair of reinforced conveyors right here. At the
Yeah, so I
bottom.
can just
So you
pull it
just
out
have-
directly here instead.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. So
In
you
fact,
can-
why don't we just do that? So if I cut, let's just cut this section.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory
just
full.
hook that up.
Inventory full.
The way I have. I'm also just looking at potential redundancy. Okay, I have an idea for redundancy as well. I might be able to get rid of this entire section of conveyor. All this bit here, all of this. And
yeah,
what-
that's what I was thinking of. Is useless.
Yeah, so and then
Because,
what I can do is if we pull something further out here and run it along, not right up to the edge, but along here as well.
Yeah, and
That's
then
our
cross-connect it
redundancy.
and go into the middle once in a while and connect
Yes.
up here as well.
Yep, that's our redundancy. Okay, do you want to hook up that middle bit whilst I take out these conveyors then? Yep. So let me stop breaking
Inventory
these.
full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yes, I know my
Inventory
inventory's full.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
There we go.
I mean,
That's that
we can
section.
always refine it further later.
Oh yes, most certainly. Most certainly.
Like
Inventory
I am thinking
full.
about actually doing some cross
Inventory full.
connecting in the floor
Inventory
of this
full.
corridor as well. just to make
Inventory
sure.
full.
Yeah, I've done some of that. If you have a
Inventory
look
full.
on
Inventory
that
full.
sub deck, I've done it
Inventory
on the
full.
sub deck.
Inventory full.
So they do
Inventory
go
full.
across from one
Inventory
conveyor
full.
line to the other. I think
Inventory
Sociopod started that, and then I
Inventory
continued it, and then
full. Inventory full. Inventory
So that it just
full.
makes sense.
Inventory full.
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, you know what? This could work quite nicely because now that we have these conveyors like this, what we could do is it looks like if you stand here, it looks like an archway kind of thing. If you stand right here, or on that side.
Yeah.
So we can do something fancy moving out too. Obviously the main corridor's the one upstairs, but we can still have something here. So let's get the rest of this corridor in, I suppose. I know this is all going to probably end up needing painting to make it work correctly and look right. Ooh, okay. Can we have a staircase right near the this conveyor line? So you walk when you come down into the engineering section from that upstairs, from up there, it's right next to these conveyors or something.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't completing too much, so we don't have to redo it.
Yeah, I think that would work quite well. And if we leave this floor open, we can very easily put whatever we want. So all I'm going to do right now is block in part of the section that is not going to be used. So this is probably going to be another room. Oh, not there. So let's punch a hole in. Right, here will do.
Inventory
There we
full.
go. That will do as a punching a hole in there. So we'll do that. And in fact, there we go.
No, adjusting the ship a little bit.
Alright. Do that. And that. Are we attacking the narwhal?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we were until it's not here anymore.
Or what I could do is bring this up like so. So again, that was a stairwell. This is... Okay, so this is one monitoring room. Aha! I've just had another idea. Good. Engineering normally needs an engineering monitoring room, right? That's normally a thing. So this can be where we have the engineering monitoring room. So we'll do this. So that's the entrance in. So the entrance is about there. So you'd walk in here, and this is the
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Break that, break that. This bit doesn't need to be there. That can be an entrance into the engineering bay, perhaps with double doors. Do we have double doors in this game?
Probably.
Not as I can see. What would they call it? Hatch, maybe? Oh. Okay, well, the plan is to have a double door in here, should it be needed. There we are. And then that can go back to this set of gyroscopes, so this gyroscope room, which is barely accessible. So we'll do
Energy low.
that. Go get some more energy. And say that that is probably the end of this episode. So, quite a fair amount has been done, I would say, overall. Exia has made sure that we haven't died, so that's also really important, and haven't been overwhelmed by anything. And sections are being built, so that is also good. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Space Engineers, leave a comment in the comments box below letting us know what you think, any suggestions you might have. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from me, and I shall see you next time we shall see you next time in Space Engineers, where we will be probably starting to actually add the refineries and assemblers into this area, and then breaking them from what should then be a proper a proper shuttle bay. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that, and we shall see you next time.